Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So today I'm going to do a little review on Caron's new Pantone yarn. Now, this review is not affiliated with anybody, not any yarn company, nor YouTube. These are my own personal opinions, and remember, you never have to listen to anything that I say. But I'll just go ahead and we'll go over it real quick. Okay, it's Yarnspirations is Caron. Or Caron's made from Yarnspirations. Pantone is basically, if you don't know, it's like a big company that does color matching for lots of things, such as, you know, anything pretty much. They do professional color matching. So the tag looks like this. This one's called Summer Forest, and it shows you right here the colors that are in the skein here. So there's 5 different colors in each skein, and it says one hat, or one skein will make one hat. It's a bulky 5 with a recommended hook size of a 6mm. Machine washable and dryable. It's 60% acrylic, 20% nylon, and 20% merino wool. 127 yards in this entire skein here. Okay, only available at Michael's right now in store. The cost per skein, $7.99. Is it worth it? I don't know. Let's check it out and see. So we'll go ahead and open this one up. Now, it's available in lots of different colors. Some of them very pretty. Some of them I didn't like at all. But, you know, everybody's different. So we'll go ahead and take all this off. Now, if I believe right, these are all separated here. I think they're separate little balls of yarn. How do you undo them? I believe you just probably snip this piece of yarn right here. See that? And that will probably cut them free. So let's see if we can do that real quick. So we'll see if that's how you do it here. My little snippers. Don't want to cut any of the other yarn. And that is how it comes undone. And it's kind of like hank formed. Okay. So far, it's kind of flip this off, I guess, too. Okay, and there it is. I believe that's where you start. And you could probably roll these up into individual balls if you wanted to. Or you could just crochet it like this, I guess. So that's how you undo it. Each one comes out. And then I guess you just clip right here where this knot is. I'm taking it, that's how you do it. And then work with it like that. So, first downfall, well, you just got to get them all cut open. Second is, you got a lot of yarn to tie up with your project and hide more tails, because these are all individually. And I understand they do that probably so you can be creative with your colors and mix and match them as you please. But honestly, I would think I would just use it the way that they had it together. So maybe, in my opinion, they should have just put them all together in one big hank or one big ball already, the ends already put together instead of separate. Okay, well, it feels nice. It's soft. Let's see, it says it's a bulky 5. It's a thinner bulky 5. I'd consider it a heavy 4 probably. Maybe even a 4. I've seen. Yeah, it's a thin bulky 5. But regardless, it does say it's a bulky 5. Well, so I would think that if you don't roll these up individually with a winder, it's going to be, I don't know, trying to crochet with it, you just have to keep going like this. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Let's see here. Well, I got a hook over here, 6mm, their recommended size. Let's see how it crochets. Not bad. Doesn't feel bad so far. Do a little swatch of it. I can tell it's splitting right now. It's going to be a yarn that splits. I don't know if you can see that by the video, how the plies are opening up on me. And it already split on me right there. Now don't get me wrong, I don't have no personal vendetta against any yarn. But I saw this and I wanted to try it. It doesn't split extremely bad, but it is a splitting yarn. You can already see it's catching on itself. So that's no good. I don't like that. But yeah, it keeps catching itself. And I don't have this, you gotta keep undoing it. But I'll keep working with it. Do a couple more rows and yeah, it's catching on me. It's definitely a splitter. Okay, so there's another downfall of this yarn. It's gonna split on you. At least on me. I'm having trouble with it splitting. See, I mean, you can just see it splitting while I'm trying to use it. Which is not the only yarn that does that, but I'm just saying this one's gonna do it. If you don't mind that. Otherwise, it feels nice crocheting with it, besides my hook's getting tangled up on the plies a bit. That one row went through pretty good, I guess. Yeah, it gets stuck on the hook. The plies do. Yeah, it could always be me too, but for me, it's a splitter. It doesn't look bad, other than my yarn split spots. You can see. Maybe if you take your time, you can work with that a little bit better. Okay, colors on this particular one are gorgeous. Let me move it out of the way. They're very well put together. A lot of the colors I saw were very, very pretty colors, because they have that Pantone match. Some of them weren't that pretty, even though they still had that Pantone. Now you have to remember, 127 yards. That's not in each one of these. That's all of them together. You got enough to maybe make a hat. And if you want to use a special stitch like a puff stitch, you're going to have to buy 2 to make a hat. I don't find it worth $7.99 at all. I think that Yarnspirations, the way they put it in, the way they made it look like this was genius, because that's going to draw people's attention to it. People are going to want to buy it because of the way that it's put together. It's cool looking. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, it's cool. You see that and you're like, man, that is a cool skein of yarn. But $7.99, I don't know. I bought this to do a review on it. I will not buy it again for the main reason that it's way too overpriced. That's my own personal opinion. Now, I mean, I like Yarnspirations yarns. But, you know, if they're trying to get ahead of, in my opinion, if they're trying to get ahead of Lion Brand and Red Heart, you know, they're not going to do it rolling out yarns like this at a price point at $7.99 for 127 yards. That's just, for me, that's ridiculous. I will not buy this again. Now, I will buy it if they can get the cost down $5 or under, probably. Or even if each one of these had 127 yards in it, you know, that would be cool. You know, that would not even be worth $9.99. But it's just all together 120. I just can't get over that little amount of yarn for the price that they want for it. Now, I can break out some of Red Heart and Lion Brand's expensive yarns here, and we'll look at them. I've done a review on this one. This is a nice yarn. It's one of Red Heart's more expensive yarns. $10.99. 218 yards. It's not a lot. It's more than this one. 80 yards more. And it's a lot nicer. In my personal opinion. And here's another one from Lion Brand. This is $14.99 a cake. But 400 yards almost. It's almost got, it's 3 to 4 times more yardage in this than there is in this. I mean, it's a nice yarn too. It doesn't split. It's easy to work with. Same way with this one. Now, I'm not saying nothing bad about Yarn Inspirations. I think they roll out some nice yarns. This one, I mean, I got to give it to them. The way they put it together, the way they made the skein look, it's going to attract a lot of people. But for me, it's really nothing more than that. It's just, the quality of the yarn's nice. I don't think it's any better than, than a lot of other yarns. I mean, there's nothing extremely special about the quality. Yeah, it's soft. It's got a little bit of wool in it. I got lots of yarns on my shelf that are soft with some wool in it. That's a lot cheaper than this. Well, a lot more yardage and probably cheaper. So, I mean, I hate to talk bad about it, but like I said, I'm giving you my honest opinion. I always try to be honest with people. I think them charging $8 a skein for this is outrageous. I think they only did it because of the way that they put the skein together to attract people. Having the Pantone's cool, I guess, in it, you know, because the colors were generated by their company. But, you know, I can pick my own colors together. Honestly, a lot of people can pick pretty colors together. I guess if you want it professionally picked, you have to pay the price for it. Like this. Like I said, I only got this to do the review. I went to Michael's today. It came out just today. I went there and got 3 of them because Michael's had a sale, buy 2, get 1 free. Well, I got 3 of the same. Because I knew, even 3 of the same is, 390 yards. I'm not even going to be able to make, something small. I can make something small with that, you know. Little sweater, little baby sweater or a cow or something. But, you know, if I wanted to make a poncho or something out of this, I'm going to need 10 or 12 skeins. It's going to cost me way, way too much money. You couldn't afford it. You would, even if you're trying to resell stuff. You would never make your money back with this yarn. Now, like I said, if you had trouble picking colors, maybe having the Pantone in it, using the Pantone to generate the colors, might help someone. I don't have trouble picking my own colors. Even if I did, I still wouldn't buy this. I would do it anyway. I'd just pick them anyways. It's too much. Now, like I said, if they can get the price point down to $5 or under, I would buy it. I would probably buy it, even though it's still only 127 yards for $5. It's not a bad yarn. It's split, but it's soft. But like I said, I got lots of soft yarns. There's nothing super special about the quality of the yarn. It's a nice quality yarn, but I have lots of nice quality yarns with a lot more yardage and that are cheaper. So don't get me wrong, the quality's nice, but not for the price. This is something that you would need to see in, you know, like a specialty yarn store, you know, that's covered in hanks and stuff, and their stuff's kind of high priced. But you can't roll out something like this at Michael's and expect people to want to pay $7.99 for 127 yards. I just don't think it's going to happen. It's going to happen right off because people are interested in how cool it looks, you know. They want to try it. But I think once the fad fades, it's probably not going to work out for them. That's just my opinion. But please don't let me deter you from trying it. I mean, by all means, if you want to pick up a skein and try it. Like I said, it's a good quality yarn. Nothing overly good about it that I can't compare it with other yarns that are on my shelf that are cheaper. It's the way they got the skein put together that is attracting people, I think. That's what attracted me to it. I'm like, man, that is super, super cool. Then I realized they were separate. And I'm like, that's not so cool anymore. Why couldn't you have just connected them all together? Now I just got more ends to tie up and everything. But that's it. That's my review. Me, the Caron Pantone, I won't buy it again. I will use what I have probably for something because I did pay for it. I'll have to roll all this back up. See, it's when it comes out like this, like hank style or whatever, you really need to get a yarn ball winder and wind it up into little balls. So I think they should have connected them all together. I don't know. I mean, I know they want you to, they did it so you can mix and match them yourself, but I don't know. What's the purpose of having the Pantone line them up all color-wise and nice and neat if you're not going to use them that way, I guess? I don't know. That's just my opinion, but for me, this is a no-go. Unless they make it cheaper or put more yardage in it, like making each one 127 yards, each ball. Like I said, I would probably even pay $10 for that. But for now, I'm not going to buy it ever again. Plus, the splitting factor I was having trouble with. It's splitting. You seen me doing it. That could be the way I crochet, but it's me. It's splitting on me. See? Every time I got to go through, it splits. Hey, but you know what? I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. If you've tried it, if you haven't tried it, you let me know. If you have tried it, did it split on you? Do you think it's worth $7.99, $8 a skein for 127 yards? I mean, you couldn't afford to make anything big. I couldn't anyways. Let me know in the comment section what you think. This is splitting terribly. I guess after you work with it for a while, maybe you'll be able to figure out how to hold your hook a certain way, not so it doesn't split. But for me, I'm not going to buy it again. So yeah, tell me your thoughts. I'd really be interested in hearing them. Caron Pantone, no go for me. Thanks everybody. Remember, my own personal opinions. If you love it, good for you. I mean, I'm happy that you like it. It's cool looking yarn. But for me, I'm not going to buy it again. Unless they put more yardage in it or make it cheaper. Thanks everybody for listening.